Alright, welcome back to The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses Anime Review, episode number 4. Yeah, fourth episode of the series talking about here, The Shy Hero and the Promotion Quest. So, we started up with the Hero Party, Tatsuma's party, where they pretty much eliminated a bunch of monsters in a pretty swift fashion. Some boost here and there. Pretty much pretty quickly, and then Suzuki Hump like them. Good job! You're qualified to take D-Rank exam, which involves basically the four of them going to a dungeon, but they can't use. Well, let's just say it's not about basically skill; it's about teamwork, and that the only stipulation you have to do is reach the lower level. So they first reach a door where they, of course, the girls also proceed to take a little truce and have to get off and try to assassinate him because they need to promote the rank. So, then first we have Tato and Sil go through sacrificing, well, mana and strength, which they do. And then, of course, there's a room of fire, which the Sil puts out no problem. And there's a thing about mist, which Tato's eliminated the monsters at no problem, and also Goa tries to use his drug on him, on basically Tato on the girls, but it doesn't work because they have a tolerance for it. And then they reach a particular room where it has 3 doors: wealth, glory, or pleasure. Tato chooses to punch the floor, and then we saw him come out, an old man examiner is like, good job coming to the lower level. How did you figure it out? Tato figures out because he was told to go lower level, and he didn't think those doors probably. He didn't say this. He probably didn't think the doors probably led lower level, so he just basically punched the floor. And then, of course, he proceeds to fight the examiner. And of course, the examiner gets a boost from the girls, and then he proceeds to defeat the examiner and the 4 promoted all D-Rank. And there's also somebody Cecile sees, which you see in a post-credit scene, is a harpy, who is from basically the Demon Kingdom. So as a celebration, the 4 of them proceed to all get drunk. He gets knocked unconscious because basically of his shyness. And they're all very casual, not like their usual outfits, where you have Goa wearing a nice dress, and you have Cecile wearing like almost like a schoolgirl's outfit. And Amon basically wearing her normal look when she's not, wearing the outfit. And of course, she jokingly has Cecile referred to her as Big Sis, while she's referred to her as Little Sis. It's a very funny scene. And there's also one point Cecile was riding on Tato's head. I thought that was just kind of funny. And then after being there for several hours, pub is closing, so I proceeded to go back. We don't see Tato asleep. We do see Goa asleep, where she sleeps, where she barely covers herself with the sheets, and of course sleeps with underwear. Amon just sleeps basically with the sheet just covering the lower half of her body, and has part of her shirt hanging up. Cecile sleeps normally until she's basically visited by the harpy girl, who turns to be one of the demon lord's royal guards, who's a friend of hers. And that's pretty much the episode of the show. The episode was pretty good, and still, like in the case of the other ones, can't wait for next week. Not much else to say about this one. Yep, so yeah, this particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. I'm going to basically read a couple graphic novels, do a comic corner, and then finally go back to watching G-Bon. Okay, see you. Bye.